you need to reduce your pressure on yourself. Yes, relax. It's not that deep. It's not the end all be all, whatever it is. Especially if you're under, I don't know, 21, 23. I'll say that's the good range. I'm 24 right now. As if, no, actually, I'm talking to me. Even if you're 24 and younger, even if you're a little bit older, 100% reduce the pressure on yourself. There's a lot of pressure from society, cultures about the stuff you need to do, what you're supposed to do, the achievements that need to be done on certain milestones at certain times. Okay, you're expected to graduate at this time, you're expected to get this job, you're expected to be this. So there's all this titles and all this weird stuff. And you're supposed to know the answer to all these questions. If you figured it out yet? Have you figured out your life yet? Do you know what you want to do? There's all these questions that are thrown at you at a young age. 16, 17 maybe. I think that's when most of them are thrown. What you want to do, how do you want to spend basically the rest of your life on work, stuff, and all this pressure piles up. Trust me, it is not worth it. Thinking too much about what could happen, the future you, what you'll be doing, what's your path. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. 100%. Don't burden yourself with all of this nonsense. Truly nonsense. It's not worth it. You might think the biggest problem you have right now, oh, I have this test, I have this calculus, I have thermodynamics, you have this thing. This is the biggest problem you have right now. And when you think about it, oh, if I fail this, then my whole life is ruined, and you keep extrapolating the consequences, the butterfly effect of it. And if you just scale down and think about the actual big picture, and you see your life actually throughout what you've come to right now, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's a blip in your journey. So you have to reduce the pressure. This pressure is honestly damaging mentally more than anything. Mentally, physically, on your health. The idea that you should figure out everything and you already know the stuff is crazy. You should enjoy your current time. Enjoy what you're doing. It's like, okay, the best times when I'm playing video games, best times when I'm being outside playing sports, best, whatever it is. Enjoy like the current time. It is kind of tough because I am really like to plan. I like to think of, okay, possible scenarios on what to do, how to react to stuff. So it does eat at you. It truly does. So I'm saying this from experience. And what I would feel would help younger me. I'm basically still young, but even younger me. Because all those decisions are thrown at you when you're really young. And you're told that, hey, you should know the answers. And then you got this imposter syndrome that all the people around me know the answers and I don't, so there's something wrong with me. And then you're thinking, okay, how do I fix that? And you're in this endless cycle of self-doubt and anxiety around it. And then you're thinking about the future and planning the future and what could possibly happen. And then it's an endless cycle, truly. I don't say a nightmare, but you think you're doing the right thing by planning this much ahead, and you're just piling up pressure. That's what I like to say. It's piling up a lot of pressure. It's like you keep adding 1 pound dumbbell on your back. Eventually your back is gonna break. Eventually it's like you're gonna give out. It's like, okay, I can't do this no more. I can't handle it. And it's all about this pressure that's put upon you from expectations of other people, of what you should be doing with your life, how you should live it, and what's the path you need to follow. Early on, if I ask 18-year-old me and tell him, or if he asks 24-year-old me the other way around, have you figured everything out? Like, no. No, as simple as that. No, I didn't. That's me being honest, 100%. There's nothing more to it, basically. No. Even after all this time, you're supposed to figure it out, know what you want to do, and you're thinking, okay, maybe I should have known, or I should have known by now. But can you imagine, after all this time, okay, do I feel a little bit closer to knowing what I want to do? Yes. The path I want to follow? Yes. The important things in my life? Yes. Key principles and morals and stuff that I want to follow and don't want to break? Yes. So I am a little bit closer to it than 18-year-old me. But still, there's a lot of questions not answered. But at the time, when you're 18 years old, you think you need all these answers. You think you should know everything. Or you should have figured it out by now. That's how basically society and different parts of life makes you think that you should know it. What was the idea behind this video? I saw a clip, a girl reacting to that she got rejected from her dream university. She was sad and crying. I didn't feel anything. I was confused because I did come to the US like 4 years ago. So this whole culture about a dream university does not exist where I come from. It's like, okay, it's a university. Well, what's a dream university? Okay, maybe there's tier lists. Okay, what's better in terms of education and stuff. But slowly, as I basically understand more this culture about university and how people have like, okay, extreme dedication. And that's what I think about it is in terms of, is it that they want this university? Is it their dream, or is it someone's dream that told them that, hey, this is your dream. You should get into this university, you should follow this path, you should do this. And so they've been following it all along, but didn't get it. So now, the weight of the expectations and the result, basically, okay, there's a rejection. This is when it basically crumbles down. I don't know, I find it interesting since I don't know, it's never been a part of my culture, and this whole dream university thing, I find it interesting. Or it's dream job, or dream, I don't know. But specifically this university, I found it interesting because, as I said, I don't know it, I don't understand it. I don't understand how someone could have such a reaction to a university. That's why I'm so confused. But it is more about, that's why I said, reducing the pressure on yourself. Okay, so what? You didn't get into that university. It's not the end all be all. You'll manage. Surely there's another path. You'll find another way and you'll manage to get what you want. If it's a certain type of job, surely there's another path to it. You'll get it. Maybe it's harder. Maybe through this university, this dream university, you thought it will be the best way. But maybe you'll find a better way. Maybe this is not the path written to you. There's another path for you, which is better. That's what I found interesting. And that's the weight I found of expectations and basing it on results. Big example is when I graduated university, I thought, hey, when I graduate, I linked it to, okay, everything will be fine and I'll have figured it out by then. That's what I thought. I linked the result of graduating to answering those specific questions. So I had expectations in mind. And then, that's the funny part, is when I finished NAB University, I didn't have answered those questions. Okay, you feel like you're cheated. I'm supposed to have those answers now. That's because you set those expectations or someone else set those expectations on you. You're supposed to know or you're supposed to understand after a certain milestone, certain something. After you get your dream job, you'll be all set. You'll be happy. Example. So, okay, now I got the dream job, for example. If I'm not happy, what's wrong? Is it the job? Is it the path I followed? Or is it me? That's the interesting part behind it. It's like, okay, what's the, I don't want to say what's the right answer, but what's the way behind it? So, okay, what's the goal? Is it that, okay, here's the interesting part. What I found, okay, is it because this is not a goal I set? That's why when the results are not matched with this goal that I didn't set, someone told me about, or someone set that goal for me. For example, the dream school or dream career or whatever. Okay, you're told since you were, I don't know, 5 years old or 10 years old, hey, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a doctor. And they keep, for example, your parents telling you, you're going to be a doctor. So throughout the process, okay, I want to say you're morphed into becoming a doctor. You became a doctor. And you linked it that, okay, they'll be happy, so then I'll be happy. I'm a doctor. But you actually become a doctor. You realize that the job is not for you, for example. It's like, okay, is it the issue that it's a goal that someone else set upon you, expectations by someone else? You followed it blindly because you didn't know since you're young. That's why there's this disconnect where you don't know what now. What do you want to do? And again, there's this immense pressure. So that's why I basically believe is you need to reduce the pressure on yourself completely. It makes no sense. At this point, it makes no sense to have this much pressure. Absolutely, for anything. I don't care. Dream school, dream job, whatever it is. I saw like crazy clips of people like saying that their career is over and everything in their life is basically done, that's the one thing they wanted. Or maybe they're told they wanted it. That's the goal. Because I don't see how someone can have such a goal. Oh, I want to be an investment banker. And they followed that path since like they're 15. So they spent, I saw this amazing story, the founders of Carrot on YouTube. His parents basically told him, hey, you gotta be investment banker, that's the path, that's the best career, and you'll be good. You'll get into Harvard and you'll basically be sorted out. So he grinded out all of high school, then got into Harvard. Was it Stanford? I don't know, one of the what's it called, the Ivy Leagues. Got into investment banking, and then realized, hey, this is not it. I don't want to live this life. He's been following this path and realized it's not it after he completely finished it. And then he's like, okay, I feel like I wasted all this time. And then he goes trying to find the path on his own, try to experiment what's the path for him. How this links together is like, okay, it's a path someone else told you to follow. You chose it, took expectations from them on it, and you based the results after those. You'll be fine, or you'll be happy, or something like this. So you have immense pressure on yourself from all of this when it's not worth it, and it's not maybe something you wanted. So reduce the pressure on yourself. Relax the shoulders, deep breath. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time, hassle. You'll forget about it when you're 50. I'm pretty sure whatever it is your problem right now, you'll forget about it. It won't even matter. So reduce the pressure on yourself.